How to create content that sells your coaching effectively. The reason people have struggle selling their coaching service is because they don't have a direct line of messaging. And what that means is your content doesn't go from a straight line all the way to the offer. Okay. Your content doesn't align with the offer you have. And this is usually because people don't actually understand their offer, their coaching service very well. The better you understand your offer, the better you can make content that aligns with your offer and attracts the people and nurtures the people into your audience that actually want to buy what you are selling. And so if you don't understand this, you're going to be posting a whole bunch of random content, hoping that people watch those videos that want to buy your offer. It's a lot easier when you have a direct line of messaging. So it's important to understand your coaching is the bridge between the two situations. What that means is over here, this is your ideal client's current struggles and pain points. Okay, and we list out fitness, nutrition, habits, mindset, self-identity, relationships, emotions. These are various areas of life. Now, it's not limited to, there's of course more areas of life that they're probably struggling with, but then we also need to understand, what do they want? What do they want to achieve in their fitness, nutrition, habits, mindset, self-identity, relationships, and emotions? And once we understand their current pain points and struggles and their desired outcome, then we can build content and we can build a system that helps them bridge the gap. You can build a coaching service that helps them bridge the gap, right? So you got to think about, what were you struggling with, or what is your ideal client struggling with in terms of fitness? Are they skinny fat? Are they skinny? Are they fat? Right? What are they struggling with in nutrition? Are they struggling with low energy, low test? Do they not even know their macros? What are they struggling with in habits? Procrastination, low discipline? What about mindset? Do they have low motivation, insecurity? What about their self-identity, how they look at themselves? Do they have negative self-talk? Do they look at themselves as a failure? What about the relationships? Do they have a poor love life? Do they have no respect for women or other men? And their emotions, do they have a sense of feeling lost or low confidence? Once you list out all these different areas and understand the current struggles and pain points your ideal client, or I like to always relate it back to me, what I used to struggle with, then you can start making content directed towards your ideal client's struggles and pain points. And through that content, you want to be helping them achieve these areas over here, these results, these desired outcomes in their fitness, nutrition, habits, mindset, self-identity, relationships, and emotions. So do they want to get jacked, lean, bench 315? Do they want to have high energy, high test, mental clarity? Do they want to be an action taker and have unbreakable discipline? Do they want to be motivated and secure with themselves? Do they want to have positive self-talk and a successful identity? Do they want to have an amazing love life and high respect? Do they want to be on their purpose and be confident? Once you understand where they're at and where they want to go, you can now bridge the gap with your content, right? And bridging this gap right here is also your offer. Okay. So I call mine Handsome PR, right? It's the system that allows somebody to bridge the gap. Your coaching service should be a system / a process that helps your client achieve a specific outcome in life. Once you understand your system / process on a deep level and translate that through your content, people will have a better understanding around how your coaching actually solves their problem. See, that's the issue. A lot of people make content and then they have their coaching kind of as like alienated to their content. It's something else. But if your content directly intertwines with your coaching service, and again, this is when your coaching service needs to become a system and a process and not just one-on-one coaching. It needs to have a name. I call mine Handsome PR. Handsome PR is the process that helps you build a badass physique and become badass, right? So my client's desired outcome is to become badass in fitness, nutrition, habits, mindset, self-identity, relationships, and emotions. And currently they're not badass. And so through my content, I help them bridge the gap between not being badass and becoming badass. And through my coaching service, I help them bridge the gap between not being badass and becoming badass. Now my content directly aligns with my offer. So everybody who watches my content is going to want what I'm selling. Now, we're not going to be able to sell it to everybody, but you're more likely to actually get a lot more sales when your content directly aligns with your offer, but you must know your offer very well. Okay. And once your content starts changing their lives, that's when they're going to want to buy into your coaching. If your content isn't changing their lives, why would they buy into your coaching? Right. And if your coaching isn't intertwined with your content, then they won't see how your coaching is going to help bring them to the next level. Okay. So here's some examples of content I've actually posted. Here's a video. It was just a transformational video. You know, started off, everyone sees me at 215 pounds, jack, shredded, confident version of me, but no one saw. And then I went through the background of who I used to be like 4 years ago. Okay. So I showed the desired outcome first. But then I list out the pain points and struggles I used to face and my ideal client is facing, right? How I used to be skinny, how I used to have low energy, how I used to have low discipline and be insecure and so on. And I list out all of this video. And so I share my story and I help my ideal client relate to me. Not only is this video going to reach the people who want my outcome, but it's also going to resonate with the people who are currently struggling with what I used to struggle with. And that's why my coaching is valuable. It's valued to the people who are just a couple steps behind me and want my desired outcome. Now, here's another video I posted: what actually creates your dream physique. So the topic is building your dream physique. This topic, this video will attract my ideal client. I help people build a badass physique. I help them build their dream physique, right? The topic alone will attract my ideal client. But then the body of that video, where I'm actually explaining stuff for a minute and a half, I'm explaining what actually creates your dream physique. So I am providing value in that video, helping people out, but I'm also revealing the problems my ideal client would have, and it gives them a reason to follow or message me. So when they see this video, when they hear the hook, they're like, oh, I want to build my dream physique. And that's what I help people do. Through the video, I provide value. And by doing that, they're understanding the Hanson PR process, but they're also realizing all the struggles and pain points they have when I list out the certain parts of pretty much like, hey, your nutrition needs to be locked. You need to get lean down and so on. And a lot of people, they struggle with that. Instead of figuring out on their own, they would rather just hire me. So that's why this is a great video. Here's another one. Sometimes you just gotta say, the mother of my children would never do that. Walk away and go get jacked and rich, right? It's an easily shareable / relatable video that attracts my ideal client. This thing got like 11,000 likes on Instagram. People eat like over 100 shares as well. People are sharing with their friends because it's relatable, but it also attracts my ideal client. Because if somebody's reading this and they resonate with it, they probably just went through a heartbreak, but they also want to get jacked and rich. And that's what I help people do. Make sense? Here's another video of me explaining my story, how when I was 18 years old, I went through this, that, the third, blah, blah, blah. I'm listing out my past struggles and pain points. And if somebody who is struggling with that hears that, they're going to resonate with it, right? This part over here. And I explain the transition I made and who I am now and the desired outcome, or the outcome I have, which would be my ideal client's desired outcome. And if people watch this video all the way through, they're going to understand who I am. They're going to understand my Hanson PR, my coaching process a whole lot better because I intertwine everything. I intertwine my entire coaching with my transformation. Okay. Your coaching shouldn't be something else. It should be literally the sum of what helped you made your transformation. It shouldn't just be a macro and training plan. It should be everything. It should be your morning journaling. It should be your wake up time. It should be some mindset. It should be this certain book, right? Like the certain things that help you make a transformation, that should be what your coaching and your system and process is composed of. Here's another video: how to feel better after a breakup. And then I went into a couple things like partying, running away, blah, 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 right? I'm basically listing out like what my ideal client would probably do if he went through a breakup, which is just do dumb shit. But then it changes up the sound, and I go to actually what I did to get over a breakup. Like I used to do the dumb shit, but then I figure out the right things to do to get over a breakup. So it attracts my ideal client's pain point, which is heartbreak. But then there's a twist. First, I tell what not to do. Then I show what to do. And this is exactly what my coaching entails, right? I list out my morning journaling. I list out my growth, growing closer with God. This is what's included inside of my Hanson PR process. Okay. And so people might watch this and be like, how to get over a breakup. That's what I'm going through. They watch this. They're like, oh, that's what I'm currently doing by now for my breakup. And then I list out what actually works. And they're like, oh, maybe I should try that. And they may implement that and see a change. And then they may understand why my coaching is valuable now. This is me saying your legs are all just genetic. It's something people say. And I show my physique. And then I show me actually training and giving a little tip. Try going ass to grass every single rep and let me know, little guy. Reveals to my audience they lack training knowledge and not just genetics. Okay. So this is my content ecosystem. I create an ecosystem of content that bridges the gap from current pain points and struggles to desired outcomes. Not only do I embody the desired outcome of my ideal client, and I want you to understand that with your coaching service, you need to be embodying your offer. You need to be embodying your solution. And you need to be talking to your past pain points and struggles. So you attract people into your audience through your content that are dealing with the pain points and struggles you used to deal with, and then want your desired outcome, and you simply bridge the gap with your service. But again, you want to summarize your coaching service as the sum of things that have helped you make a transformation. Not just a meal plan, not just train program, not just weekly check-ins and blah, blah, blah. You want to make it unique from everybody else. Everybody is selling one-on-one coaching. If you sell a system or a process that help somebody achieve a certain solution, and then you make content align with that system or process, then your content is going to help sell your coaching, because each piece of content is basically a video sales letter selling people on your system or process. And once your content does a good enough job at helping somebody change their life, that's when they would reach out to you for your coaching. But understand, you need that direct line of messaging. Your content needs to align with your solution, with your coaching. And you need to summarize your coaching and boil it down to like basically what exactly helped you make that transformation, if that makes sense. And then translate that through your content. And now your entire content is just advertising your system or process. Make sense? I hope you enjoyed that video.